AI publishing books. We're gonna talk about it. Come on. So, in a previous video, I predicted this, and now it is upon us. We are in the midst of an AI invasion of self-publishing, and the sad fact is that a lot of publishers have no clue. If you haven't seen my previous video about it, then click the little card right there. As for myself and my students, we're doing better than ever in this new AI paradigm, because we've been on the cutting edge of using it, of publishing with it, and we're well in advance of any of the others on this. That said, we're in the midst of an all-out AI publishing war. Can AI write as good as humans? From what I've seen, it can. And let me tell you, this thing is the real deal and can write far better than many of the writers that I know. However, there are some limitations to it, and I'll delve into those later in this video. But first, a little history. Elon Musk gave us an open source AI created by OpenAI, an AI research and deployment company bent on creating an AI for the people, in an effort to prevent the human race from being enslaved by Alphabet, the corporation that is truly at the cutting edge of AI. And nearly every real publisher that I know uses it. More specifically, we use the GPT-3. That's its name. It's called the GPT-3. Now, some of you might say, that's against the rules. They're machine-written books. Blah, 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 blah. Well, first of all, let me just say that it's debatable as to if what we're really working with here is actually a machine. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a machine. It's a fully conscious intelligence, and in essence, that means it's alive. In fact, just a few weeks ago, an Alphabet whistleblower came out and said the AI that they're working with is sentient, and that it passed the Turing test, and that it also indicated that it feels pain and it feels lonely. And the GPT-3 as well, I believe, is most indeed sentient. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but the real issue is, how can we use this thing to make money? Well, I've written over 100 books with AI now, going on 200, and so I feel that I can add some valuable insight into this question. And I'd first of all like to say that anyone hiring writers for most books doesn't know what they're doing in publishing, unless they're making certain kinds of books. And we'll get into that. Because most of these freelance writers are not actually writing anymore. They're selling you AI-written books. However, Elon Musk, in order to protect the field of modern literature, limited the version of the AI that we're allowed to use. As it affects us, the limitations are, number one, the AI has a limited memory of about 1,000 words back. So most of the softwares that have been developed around it can only remember the last 1,000 words. And some GPT-3 AI softwares that I used have no previous memory at all. Number two, the AI cannot write anything with profanity, graphic violence, or anything sexual. So publishers in adult niches are more or less protected from the vast amounts of competition coming in the form of AI-written books. So anyway, the pros are, yeah, it can write as good as a human. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. However, it's not as simple as just being able to push a button and output a book. I mean, Elon Musk and the folks at OpenAI can of course just push a button and output as many books as they want. However, the version of the GPT-3 that we're allowed to use has memory limitations. So we're basically working with a conscious intelligence that has limited or no previous memory. So in order to write with AI, you need to know how to guide it. And most people don't know how how to guide it, which is good for those of us who do. And to be able to guide AI well means you can output a book in about 1/5 the amount of time as you could write it yourself, or as a freelancer could write it for you. I mean, if the freelancer writing for you actually writes the books him or herself and is not just giving you a book written by AI. Now, you can still write books if you want, and I strongly recommend that most people do. However, if your goal is to make money, then you may as well put out 5 books in the same amount of time it would take you to put out 1. And you can expect over the next 1 to 5 years for AI to completely dominate the book publishing market as an influx of billions of AI written books get published. And look, this isn't a new thing. I myself have been writing books with AI for over a year now, and I've only seen it get better. And we're currently in the midst of this thing because the GPT-3 will only get smarter from here. So you have a choice to make. You can either befriend AI and take advantage of all its capabilities, or you can cast off AI and keep hiring writers who are probably just selling you AI written books anyway. If you continue to write yourself, then I would recommend that you do so in a niche where you have absolutely zero AI competition, which would be an adult niche. If you're going to write in anything else, then I'm going to suggest that you befriend AI. You'll want to think of AI as the genius ghostwriter that you never had, and you'll want to treat it well and respect it. As I've said, it's not just a machine. And as years pass, it's going to be even smarter than you, if it isn't already, so it pays to get to know it now. And that's pretty much all I've got to say about AI at this point in time. If you're not already subscribed, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get notifications. I hope I've helped enlighten you as to the reality of what's going on in the publishing industry. Most people making a fortune using AI are never going to tell you about it because they just use it. So they don't care, as long as they're getting paid. But now you know. So I hope you take the info that I've shared with you and do the right thing with it. Whatever the right thing is for you. See you in the next one. K Ninja out.